Welcome to SoaringHammer.com. Check out the forums on forum.soaringhammer.com. And my God, he's guiding me back there.
Yeah, you were like, it was like,
put your pants on.
It was like cutting off right here.
Was it? I'm a little tired. I had nice. Wait, do it again. Got a little bit of cat, you know. So, and welcome MandalorianMercs.com. And also check out. Okay, I'm gonna do a little shout out because we just talking about this. Talking about this. Bear with me here. I'm back in Iraq, obviously. So till probably in time for decon, but I don't think I'll make it a decon because of like, I get back the day decon starts. That's supposedly right now. Well, I want to do it to stealth, but he's got a new. And it's here somewhere. He has, okay. The Hero Tutorials. All one word. The Hero Tutorials. Check it out. It's on YouTube. Awesome place for prop builders to unite and have one location to put your tutorials so a lot of people can learn different techniques from different people. It's like a family-oriented YouTube page. Stealth. He's doing a pretty good job. Has a good sense of humor. Keeps things rolling. But anyway, so it's my little shout out there. Today's tutorial is going to be how to mount armor, flat armor, like kind of Mandalorian armor, plates and things like that, to a vest or to jumpsuit via Chicago screws. It's not difficult, but some people need a visual aid, so we're going to do that today. And for this, since I'm in Iraq and I have no supplies here anymore, I'm going to whim through it with the bare necessities. And speaking of bare necessities, I'm going to introduce my assistant that's going to help us out today. Everybody, this is Teddy P. He's my deployment teddy bear. He's my assistant for today. He's got 5 tours, right? Good boy. He's been to Kosovo, he's been to Iraq, he was in Germany, he travels with me all the time too, so he's been to every other country I've been to. Ireland, what other stupid places have we been to? I've been to Rome. That was an accident though, we got changed up through there.
Yeah, well, we had Spain, not Rome.
Yeah. Okay, so Teddy P here, his name is, anyway, I'm not going to get into why his name's Teddy P, but my deployment teddy bear. This is his armor. And don't laugh, because this teddy bear will have armor eventually. He will be a Mando. He's a Mando deployment teddy bear. He needs armor for deployments. So here's his armor. And I'm going to show you all images in a few minutes here on this video of Chicago screws, what they look like. There's a male end and a female end. The male end has the screw portion, and the female end does not, but the female end is actually longer than the male end, which is kind of scary. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to cut your template out for your armor. Now in this case, let's say we're going to do like a chest piece for old Teddy P here. So I'm going to shorten this down a little bit one-handed. So there's Teddy P's chest armor, right? And what I want to do is you're going to cut your armor pieces out, and you're going to, the person that's being, this is a two-person job here. Let's say Teddy P here is the one wearing the armor, and I got to put it on him, and I want to Chicago screw it to his coveralls or to his vest or to his under armor of some sort. I'm going to cut the armor the way I want it. And with Mando armor, you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plus pieces of armor for your outfit. 11 being like the minimal. So, okay, now when you hold it up to him, you're going to do each piece one at each time, okay? This is before it's painted, before anything's ever done. And you're going to hold it up to Teddy P, and you're going to hold it, you're going to see, okay, I want to mount one here by this shoulder, and one by this shoulder, one down this corner, one down this corner. You want to stabilize the piece that you're putting on. But you have to look for, especially with a vest, you have to look in your shoulder area, because your vest come up over usually with a strip or something like that. You want to make sure it's an area you can fasten to. Okay, so that's the first thing you're going to do. Find an area that you can screw through and fasten to. Once you do, you're going to take a little pen and you will mark each of those areas. Okay, that is doable right there. So we'll mark that. That's doable right there. And you get the point. You're going to mark all the areas with a paint pen or marker of all the areas that you actually put a Chicago screw through, and it will actually stick into fabric. So once you get to take it off the person, and now you're going to either Dremel through, melt through, cut through, drill through, poke your finger through, whatever you have to do to get your holes for your Chicago screws. Make sure your Chicago screws fit in ahead of time. So once all 4 Chicago screws fit in place, they actually go through. All right, now you're gonna put that piece of armor back up to that same person again in the exact same location. And this time you're gonna take your paint pen, your paint marker, and you're gonna actually, let me make my holes since I did drill through these. Here's my holes. Give me a hole, damn it! Okay, so I got my holes. So then you're gonna take your paint pen, your paint marker, you're gonna hold it in position. Okay, the person does not hold it for you. They stand there at attention. Hands by their side, standing straight, looking straight, knees straight, legs straight. You're going to line it up properly, and then you're going to take your marker and you're going to push through the hole with your marker, and you're going to mark each of those holes through the piece of armor. Pull the piece of armor off, look at all the holes, make sure all the holes are marked correctly, and you can see them clearly. If not, you have to make sure they all 4, or how many holes you made, are seen clearly. Pull that garment off the person. Okay, so if it's a vest or a coveralls, pull it off the person, and from there you're going to take your fabric or your vest or whatever you're using where all those holes are marked, and you're going to put a hole where those holes are marked. Okay, you can use a soldering iron to burn through fabric to make a nice crisp clean hole, especially if it's a nylon material. Works great, but you want to make it just big enough for the Chicago screw to fit through. Okay, nothing else. All right, not the head of the Chicago screw. Then you're going to put the you will fasten the piece of armor to that vest. Okay, you're going to put it on the vest, so the vest is still off the person. You'll put the armor on the vest. You're going to fasten it with 4 Chicago screws, okay? And then make sure the back side, the fabric side, like you have your piece of armor, and then you have your fabric, okay? Chicago screw goes through. Make sure on the fabric side, on the inside, you use a washer bigger than the head of the overall diameter bigger than the head of the Chicago screw. So if the fabric stretches, your Chicago screw will not pull through. Tracking? Too easy. And once that piece is mounted, they put the garment back on. Once that garment's back on, they keep it on, and you keep that piece of armor on the vest or the coveralls. Then you start working with the next piece and the next piece, and you piece by piece by piece, keeping each of the previous ones on. Once you have the entire armor on, then you can pull it all back off. Make sure it's all on. You check the entire person, shoulders, back, collar, chest, diamond, ab, all that stuff goes on, and then you can look at it and say, okay, everything is even, everything's spaced properly, and it's ready to go. At that point, they can pull the garment off. You can pull all the armor pieces off. Take your armor pieces, leave the Chicago screws in the armor, put them back through the armor, just the armor, and then you can spray paint the armor with the Chicago screws in, so the Chicago screws get painted as well as the armor. And then, of course, all your holes are already pre-made on the garment, so it's easy to put right back on. And that's pretty much. I apologize for this really crappy tutorial on how to use stuff that I don't have here. But it is the best I can do to try to explain it to you. I'll show you an image of the Chicago screws, and I'll show you some of my pictures of mine all done up, so you get an idea of what they look like. So it's Ithaca from SoldieringHammer.com and MandalorianMercs.com. Also, if you can, go to Mandalorian Mercs, and also go to Soldering Hammer and do a search for Princess Leia. And please read up on that. We'll be posting another video in about a week on, or maybe sooner. I don't know yet. We're posting another video on try to do a raffle, try to raise money for some special people out there. So just check into Princess Leia. It's huge. It's all over the world right now. It's a big article about a 4-month-old girl who is has an illness that has not yet been determined what it is, and the doctors are trying to figure it out. But no, she's still in a hospital, and bills are outrageous. Y'all know that, especially when you got a team of 40 doctors. So check it out and see what you can do to help out. Alright, remember, if we can do it, so can you.
Okay, here we have a Chicago screw. Let's see, your standard normal Chicago screw. You have your female end right here, and then you have a male end. Male end, of course, I hate to sound this way, but male end screwing into the female end. But the male end usually is threaded with a flat tip. And these can vary in color, vary in length. I would suggest using 1/4 and 1/2 inch because depending on the thickness, you might need them a little thicker, but you can determine that with your fabric. So that's the Chicago screw that I'm referring to. And you always want your female end to come in from the back side and the male end to go from the outside. Okay, and your hole should fit the diameter of the female end. Here is an image of the new suit I'm working on, which is not done yet. Knees get changed out. I have a few knees got to get changed. Shoulders are going to get taken from up top here and actually put down right here. Let me increase this. So this is why I'm actually doing this tutorial, because my suit's back in the States, and a buddy of mine, Jason, is working on moving these shoulders down to here, and he asked me how to do the Chicago screw method, because he also wants to do it with it's my wife texting me, because he also wants to use it for somebody else's armor as well. And so shoulders are going to get bumped down, knees are going to get replaced, and then I got to cover up these sections right here because of the vest showing through. Now here is what we will be looking at. See these little Chicago screws right here? Those are all the male ends. So you can see on the ab piece I used 1, 2, 3 pieces. On the shoulders I used 1, 2. Even for the little diamond in the center I used 2 for stability. And for each of the chest plates I used 3. 1 here, and 1 down in that corner over there for stability. And you can actually see when I had to change the position of the armor, these small holes above my armor, those were the previous holes for the Chicago screws. So it's very easy to mount. They hide pretty well. You can actually purposely leave them silver or paint them your opposing color. That's up to you. But there gives you an idea of how the armor is mounted. I don't think I have any more. Let me see a close up right there. And right there. I love the Chicago screw method. But anyway, there you go.